for a person, who's achieved so much and, is so young, and for someone like him to take a step like that, there is nepotism there. So it's there everywhere in different forms. If it's nepotism, there's nepotism happening. Even in politics, it happens.
Siddharth, welcome on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you, Fardun, for having me.
As I was telling you that I've never received this sort of response for any actor ever. And I'm not exaggerating.
That feels so wonderful there.
There are like 7,000 comments on my Twitter post that I posted asking for questions from you, and thousands of questions on Instagram. ये आपने जादू क्या किया हुआ ये?
Yeah, pata nahi hai. I think it's just a gift, and it just feels great there. It just feels great to have that kind of an audience, have that kind of a love, have that kind of love from people, and it just feels amazing. Yeah, I mean, this is all what we've been working for, and when you happily get it, you just feel blessed.
We were supposed to do this interview on Monday, and unfortunately, whatever happened with Sushant and all of us, we are still in a state of shock.
Absolutely.
But I must tell you what one of your fans did on one of my posts on Instagram.
Okay.
So one of your fans wrote on an Instagram post that please postpone today's interview because Siddharth is a sensitive guy, and I don't think that you should do this interview today. Like same fans who had been desperately requesting for your interview since many weeks now.
Right.
And one of them is requesting that please don't do this interview today because he's a sensitive guy. Siddharth is a sensitive guy. And we want him to be in a proper state of mind when he does this interview.
No, you know what? It just feels so wonderful because, when I happen to read the comments that they happen to, write below a post of mine, or generally when they regularly are, on my Twitter timeline, and when I see the kind of talks that they have and the chats that they have, it just feels so wonderful because, they usually happen to notice the smallest of things some things that I do, I don't do, I say, I don't say, they just observe me so minutely, and it just feels wonderful that they take that kind of interest. And of course, yes, I too was not in, complete total saying that, I would want to have that interview because I don't think it was just the right time. And it is wonderful that the people who've been wanting to see you are also that equally sensitive to understand that it's all good, and if this gets postponed, and I just feel wonderful there. I mean, I feel wonderful that the audience that's there supporting is so sensible and knowledgeable.
So, Siddharth, before we move forward, I think it will be fair that we talk about Sushant, and I think everyone is in a state of shock.
Absolutely.
What was your first response when you heard about it? And did you knew him personally?
I'm an acquaintance. We've met, we've partied a bit, but it's not that, we'd be chatting on the phone or things like that. But whenever we've met, very well. And it has been, never this disconnect between us. And we've connected, we bonded, we've spoken. It just was unbelievable because for a person, who's achieved so much and, is so young, and for someone like him to take a step like that, of course, for all the good reasons he would have had, one just feels really sad. And it's disappointing that a life has passed just like that. There was so much more that the man could do.
Okay. Now, so much of curiosity and so much of debate has been started around the importance of mental health and why it's important for people to take care of themselves. We've had a few suicides in the recent past, like Kushal Punjabi, he passed away as well.
Right.
And Sushant's ex-manager, she just passed away, and because of suicide as well recently.
True.
What do you think is the importance of mental health?
I think it's completely important. And, this whole thing of we having to have somebody that we can talk to, because I completely understand in Sushant's case of whatever little that, you gather from the media, from people talking, from, some acquaintances of his, or, some people who kind of knew him. And generally when you just sit down and you talk, or you just talk over the phone, because one keeps talking about such a big happening, you know what happens is, for an actor, and also more so for an actor who comes from a different state, like Sushant, I believe, was from Bihar, went to Delhi to study, and then came down to Bombay, right, Mumbai, and for him, you have your set of school friends and your childhood friends, and then you move out of that place, and then you get to a place like Delhi, and then you have some college friends, and again you move out and there's work, and then the kind of work, like in television, you're working 24/7, like in the sense, your 12-hour shift, you barely have time. After that, you barely have a life, because you need to get back home, you need to sleep, wake up in the morning, and again you're there at shoot. So your family becomes that show. The minute that show's over, again, you're in search for a new show, and things like that. So you really do not have time to have genuine friends who you can speak your heart out to, or sometimes you do manage to have it, and you don't have people. And of course, with family, you keep in touch with them, but a lot of times you do not speak to them as much, and that keeps a lot of stuff, building up in you, and that needs an outlet, and that doesn't happen, and I think that's what happens. But for me, I just feel slightly blessed, and I'm very close to my family, and I'm fortunate enough to have them around me, so I can speak to them, at times when I want to, or not speak to them when I don't want to, and things like that. So I think every person should have somebody around who he can speak to, and that person understanding him, or understanding, what happens a lot of times, we start judging too fast. And if we don't start judging people as much, and rather understanding where they're coming from, or what their journey is all about, and what they want, and when we start giving them that helping hand, or lending a ear when required, I think this is all what one needs to do. But today's day and age, when time's flying and everybody's just there to make the most for themselves, and we really do not think about others so much. I think that's what's getting people into a phase where, they're unhappy. So you have like 1,000 people around you, but there's nobody for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So another debate that has been triggered is rivalries, professional rivalries, and how they can really dishearten a person. You personally experienced that in Bigg Boss. There was intense scrutiny around Bigg Boss. I think maybe one of the harshest, or one of the most severe scrutiny happened this year.
Right.
And how does one deal with rivalries and stress and professional pressures?
See, you know what? I think once you're a part of something like this, you need to know it for a fact that these things are going to be there. And it's normal, it's cutthroat competition out there. And you are definitely going to meet a lot of people. And they would want to take your place, or want to go higher, or want to put you down. There are all kind of people that we meet. And one needs to keep himself open to all those kind of people. And also, one should not forget his reality and himself, what he is all about. And, should not, and should be proud of, should hold himself in pride, and things will happen, they'll pass, and you need to know. And as long as you know your truth, nothing else matters. So one to know themselves, their truth is very important.
Okay, and a lot is being said about nepotism and the insider-outside element. You've been in the industry for quite some time now. What is your take on it?
If you talk about nepotism in Bollywood as such, see, you need to understand it's not a government job, all right? It's one person putting some money in making one of his creations. He or she would want the person that he or she feels is best for his job, all right? And also feels that he or she will be committed enough to finish the job. Now, what happens with that is, I do not really disregard it, okay, if it's there, but I do understand that it's fine, because, if I am putting my money, I'm going to put it into somebody I know will be worthy enough to finish the job, and sometimes, it could be people from who I like, or it could be anybody else. It's my money when I'm putting. It's not government's money that's coming in and I'm distributing it among everybody and making it a point for everybody to be, getting an equal share. So I think even if it's there, it's fine. And it's completely up to people out there, their choice of, the actor or director or technician that they wish to have for best suited for their project. So even if it exists, it's all cool. And, it exists everywhere. I mean, come on, today in a government job, we've got reservations, right? So what if there is nepotism there? So it's there everywhere in different forms. If it's nepotism, there's nepotism happening even in politics. It happens. You have a lot of other places that you see that people would business houses. It happens. So it's because it's my it's their money. It's what they feel right, isn't it?